Hello and welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. It's time for the investigation. The first victim has been found. And to be fair, someone I thought it would last until the final end of the game before he killed someone, but turns out Wolfgang is dead. We need the information of how things died. I have a few people in mind, but no one I can confidently land a guess on. I was leaning to Grace for a while, but I don't know, like some details of the situation we find ourselves in do make it seem very unlikely it's her at the current moment, but she's still the most suspicious of the people I have. And there's only like 4 people in mind, but then again, more people might show up when I investigate more. So, without further ado, let me do what I did last time and look back over the tablet first. The victim is Wolfgang Akira, the ultimate lawyer. He was discovered in the boiler room on the underground floor. He is kneeling in the water, and his upper body is slumped over the concrete platform. Estimated time of death is approximately 35 minutes past 9 in the morning. It still annoys me seeing everything except the cause of death listed, meaning that's an important part of the case, especially when I knew the reason why. The cause of death, when investigating the dummy's murder, the tablets explicitly said she died of blood loss. But this tablet, it doesn't list Wolfgang's cause of death anywhere. Of course, saying otherwise would make things too easy. The tablet's information has been divulged in such a way that both the killer and the spotless have equal chance of success. Tozu's definitely compensating for the killer, probably because they failed to hide their own tracks. Well, fair enough. And withdrawing information might be his way of balancing the odds.
I won't lose.
Annoying rules. Who's to say they won't be abused? Regardless, Wolfgang's cause of death should be treated as the crux of this mystery. If I can figure out how he died, then everything else should fall into place. Second Tozu tablet has been added to my Tozu trinket. Alas, poor Wolfgang. The guiding light of the ultimate students. Was he guiding though? He's guiding them to death. Snuffed out in an instant. No use crying over it though. There's a mystery to solve. Like any true investigation, important evidence won't always be visible at first glance. Should you find yourself stuck, press F3 to view the game's controls. By the way, any truth spots you obtained will be logged in your Tozu trinket, which can be accessed any time by pressing F1. You know, in case you needed the reminder. That's all from me. Bye bye. Okay, so cause of bloods. So electrocution is not the initial death. There was blood speckled across the floor. I didn't notice it at first due to the room's restricted lighting, but now after my eyes have had time to adjust, it couldn't be more than obvious. Looked like it passed into the hallway too. I'd completely missed these during the blackout. Speaking of, after the body discovery announcement, everyone barged into the boiler room through this door. Yet these blood spots don't look smudged. I'm guessing they were already dry by the time any of us got here, in which case... Could this be Wolfgang's blood? Could it be though? Because I'm just trying to think, if he has no wounds on him, well actually no, because no one's limping, at least no one has said anything noticeable. Taser! So, electrocution. A taser gun. Pretty random thing to be lying around the crime scene. It definitely wasn't in the boiler room prior to the murder either. Did that mean the taser gun was involved in the murder? closer inspection, nothing about the gun looks particularly strange. Odd, it's one that you shoot. Had it even be used? I'm pretty sure the taser gun dispense had some kind of wires when fired. Nearby were some yellow pieces of plastic on the floor. They were the same shade of yellow as the taser gun. Had these originally been attached to it? I can't tell where they should fit on the gun though. Never mind. What's the point in making guesses when I can just talk to get him to confirm? That'd probably be Desmond, right? Since it is a ranged weapon. After all, someone who's pro at wielding guns should know them better than anyone else. Cool, so I need to go find Desmond. Part of the trial. Half the generator's internals have mellowed away, and with what still remained was almost completely singed. Yeah, that was definitely the cause of the power outage. What? Is it Desmond? What could have melted the wires, though? It looks like a bomb had gone off in there. Think about it, right? If they fought, Desmond lured Wolfgang into the water. Desmond climbed out of the water, and he just shot the taser at the generator, which fried Wolfgang as he tried to escape the water and turn off the power outage, giving Desmond a chance to escape. Sounds about right so far.
That's...
Now that I think about it during the game tournament, take a deep breath, I steady my grip on the controller, and push both the joysticks as hard as I could. Kaboom! What? All of a sudden, the world around me turned to pitch black. There had been a loud boom right before the blackout happened, similar to a firework going off, or someone firing a gun. Did I overhear the sound of the generator being destroyed? Nothing else near the dining hall could have made that kind of noise, I don't think. Okay. If my assumption is correct, the generator would have been destroyed around the same time the murder was committed. That's suspicious as hell. There's no way those two events aren't connected. But I'm also working purely off memory of the boom. To be absolutely sure, I need to know when exactly the blackout occurred. Was there any way for me to find out? Okay. Body first. I'll inspect the rest of the scene first. Okay, fair enough. Well, people first. Sidekick. Is it because I called you a psychic? Oh, you going to investigate Wolfgang? Me?
Yeah.
Who else? Back when we mistook the dummy for a body, you poked it pretty nonchalantly.
Hang on.
That's different. I never thought it was real.
I see.
Now that we're finally advancing toward the investigation, her cool composure has all but vanished. Typical, I guess. She can only keep up the act for so long. Don't worry about it. At least you've got my back. Okay, any notes, Wilhelm?
Terrible.
Ulysses. The generator over there is partially submerged in the water. I think it would be wise to stay away on this platform. Was he worried about the water being electrified? Even I managed to stand in it back when. I don't see why now would be any different. Then again, the generator wasn't damaged last time.
Damn.
Yeah, since Wolfgang is kneeling in the water, we should avoid touching him.
No.
You don't know for sure if the water's unsafe. Huh?
Listen to me.
Before you start making conclusions, you should experiment first. Saying that, Eva walked over to the pile of boxes and pulled out a light bulb. Again. Well, I see what you're doing. Sure enough, you went straight to the edge of the platform and threw the light bulb into the water.
Look.
See? It's not lighting up. That means the water is safe.
Well...
I see. Then I suppose it's safe to inspect Wolfgang.
Okay.
Are you going to? Nope. I think I will observe from afar instead. Now isn't the time to be listening to your nerves. Okay, he's actually moved. Okay, Captain.
Hi.
Oi, take away from the air. Ain't there something off about it? I followed. Is it the burning smell of flesh? I followed his instructions and sniffed the air.
That's...
Smell like burnt rubber.
That ain't it.
Cause of the busted generator, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. There's another scent, a real better one. You actually might be onto something. It's almost like cereal and rubbing alcohol. Oh. Did someone drug Wolfgang's cereal? Drag his body here. And then he only just happened to wake up before the thing? Okay.
Bad news.
Indeed, I'm suspecting a mighty chemical reaction at work.
Eh?
I've had a fair share of travels across the sea, and I'm no stranger to foul play. There's no stench worse than one of a disastrous combustion.
It is how it is.
Thing is, I got no idea where it's coming from. Really? The smell is supposedly that of a chemical reaction? Where else could it be coming from besides the busted generator? Unless Sean's conclusion about the smell is wrong. Well, it could be from the vent, right? Could be from the vent where the turntables were. I wouldn't put it past him. Okay. Odd smell. Okay. Rich girl.
Hello?
Well, no, you're still here?
Seriously?
Is there a problem with that? Why does she need to frame everything I say in the worst light? I'm preparing to hold a one-on-one session with Ulysses. I was consulting him about something important before we were interrupted by the announcement. Is that what you were doing before the blackout?
Huh?
Repeat that.
It's simple.
The blackout. Were you still with Ulysses when it happened?
Come on.
You're not speaking any sense. There was no power outage. Okay. That just makes the people in the room more suspicious. Someone step. So is it Mark? Did Mark kill Wolfgang? Because Mark was on the list of my four players, for my four people. But he was practically at the bottom. Because Mark didn't want anyone questioning about his thing, his music, which would have been loud enough to hide Wolfgang. Grace also had someone step on her feet, apparently. I don't know. There was no power outage. Okay. She can't be serious. The blackout affected the entire building, unless...
Anyways.
Let me rephrase. Where were you when the murder happened?
Sheesh.
Where were you? At Cassidy's game tournament in the dining hall.
Oh, really?
Really? Not what I expected.
Let me see.
Ulysses and I spent the morning by the large tree. We stayed there up until including the time of Wolfgang's murder. Okay, so that's your alibi. Because there's so the power outage was solely this building. Sounds like she had an alibi then. As for the location that she mentioned. I assumed this entire building complex connected to one generator. But it made more sense that the tree area has its own separate system. Hence why it didn't lose power. What about the courtyard though? Was anyone there at the time of the blackout? Okay. Fair enough. Time to touch the body. Inspect the rest of the scene first. The vent? Nope. Cord. There we go. There's a cord in the water. Judging by the length, it is an extension cord. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There's no internal plug, it's just a frayed line with a black substance. Had the cord been burnt? I did see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it's probably come from someplace else. One of the storage rooms, maybe. It wasn't in any condition, that's for sure. All the items we've been provided with so far, like both speakers and fridge, they seem to work perfectly. So what happened to this cord? Why was it even in the water? Okay. Okay. Is that everything? That has to be everything, right? Nope, apparently not. F3 is the controls. Observation mode is enter. Ooh, what is... No, not the taser, but what's behind it? Shrapnel. This must be the explosion. Chunks of something, red, were floating nearby the generator. It almost looks like metal, or maybe plastic. Were these originally part of the generator? The colors and materials don't seem to match, though. Shrapnel. Yeah, is this everything? I think it has to be, right? It's not? What am I missing? I'll check Ulysses again? Has he moved?
Hi.
Why did you move over here? It's,
The struggle.
I feel it highly important we investigate anything and everything we can. That's why I moved over here, to investigate. Well, like he didn't want to be near the Wolfgang's body. Is that what you first... in what was the... what? In what was a first for the investigation, something other than fear appeared on Ulysses' face. It was curiosity. Okay, what is it? Look at the floor, right in front of the door.
That's...
This, yes.
Seriously?
It's just a small piece of scrap metal.
Do you think?
Even so, it's still part of a crime scene. It necessitates documentation.
That's not important.
Seriously? Something this small that means nothing. Well, I think Ulysses is right, to be fair. It could come from the generator or the pipes above us. Ingrid could have been carrying it for all we know. This guy, there's no reason... What? There's so much he could actually document. Instead, he's focusing on flimsy pieces of metal. All the more reason to rely on myself. Nope. It's a lockpick though, right? Right, that has to be everything. Apparently not. Right, Eva. The dummy didn't stink, so I knew it was real. The situation we're in is totally different from that. Nope. The smells like chemical alcohol. Cool, action of foul play. Where coming from? I can't click the vent for some reason. You're this cool large tree. Right, taser. After someone who plays guns, I should talk to Desmond. Am I allowed to leave? Because I can overlook something. Right, generate again. Cool. They're hit. Nope. Nona. A knife. Hold on. A knife. Why was a knife floating in the water? On the blade surrounding water, it can make something out. The unmistakable color of blood. There's no doubt about it. This knife has something to do with the murder. Why the knife was here and not actually on the platform, I had no idea. Cool. Alright. Feels like I've gotten the boiler room down a good rundown, which means yesterday Wolfgang was talking to us, eating breakfast with us, telling us how we're suspicious and probably are bad people, and now he's dead. Good. Who had the resolve to commit such a needlessly brutal murder? To go so far as to mangle his body? I couldn't unpack it. I didn't know how to. This wasn't some dummy I had to investigate. It was a real person. There was no way to... this was so far out of my expertise, let alone my comfort zone.
Hello.
Do you want to inspect him? Okay. So suddenly now you want to do this? Holy crap. Did you really have to scare me like that? Yes, I want to inspect him. It's just the idea of getting close to him.
Where?
I'll investigate with you. It'll be easier for the both of us that way. Right?
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. Ken. Hooray! Finally. Wolfgang laid completely still, his face frozen in the look of horror. His once bright eyes were shrouded in darkness. and his mouth was open, as if he had been killed mid-scream. Eva's expression said it all. Wolfgang did everything in his power to make us outcasts, and make the most of us. At times, I had hated him for it. But this brought no relief to either of us. That's on YouTube, and for me, kind of calmer. We kind of warned him, but he didn't listen to us too, so... Wolfgang. What happened in his final moments left him so terrified? Karma happened. Karma happened so badly. Was it the realization he was about to die? Mulling over the what-ifs won't bring me any closer to solving Wolfgang's murder. Right now, my focus should be to find the evidence. And with that begins by investigating the body. Okay, well, his face, his hand, his body, his blazer. Okay, his hand, why not? With the way Wolfgang was slumped over the platform, it almost looked like he'd fallen on top of it. Okay, so electrocution is the cause of death.
Focus.
Let's see if the palms were scratched. I'm not down to take a close look.
Huh?
Trickling out from under the cuffs were sleeves onto the rest of his hand. A strange injury that looked like a tree sapling. Huh? Is this a burn mark? When I looked into Wolfgang's other hand, I saw the same thing. Markings that seemed to extend down to his arm.
The hell?
Even look at this.
Hello.
Let me see. Okay, so electrocution is seemingly where this is leading. Yeah, burn marks. That's really horrible. They look like gross old veins. What inflicted them?
That's...
There's a taser a little ways off from where we're standing, but I couldn't find anything to indicate it had been fired. So the only other thing that I can think of is the generator.
Is that really true?
Why the generator?
I know.
The thing has clearly been destroyed by something. Maybe Wolfgang got caught in that something, and that's how he died.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. The generator seems too far away from where Wolfgang is lying to cause burns like these.
Look
We'll
at
have to
this.
check his legs, right? Plus, the room's water is not conductive, so electricity couldn't be traveling through it. Fair enough, actually. Honestly, fair enough. So... could it have been... No, it doesn't look like he's on fire, so...
Right.
You're right, anything able to melt the generator's wires would also burn his suit to a crisp, too. Exactly. I think Wolfgang received these burns outside the boiler room. Okay, so they ran into the room? There's just nothing here that could leave these markings. As for the actual place he got burned, guess we'll have to try and find it for ourselves. That is, if such a place exists. While it's possible the generator may not have been involved in the murder, it seemed unlikely that Wolfgang made a detour for the boiler room after being severely burnt. After all, burns like this would definitely paralyze someone. Okay. As for Wolfgang's palms, they didn't have any markings on them. Still, he must have fallen somehow. Why else would he be lying on the platform? I'm assuming that's why I assumed electrocution. Yep. His body, and then I'll check his blazer. Now, I think about it, the place of Wolfgang laid was odd. What were the chances he would end up here, between the only opening on the fence, of the fence? The one spot where he could kneel over like this. Was it possible he'd be trying to climb onto the platform before he died? Probably. It's strange why he didn't use the stairs, though. And even stranger that it was even in the water. He could have fallen in and pushed in, and instead of going around to the stairs, he went around. He went straight for the quickest option. Yep. Check his blazer. Wolfgang's suit is completely crumpled. A a far cry from his once clean appearance. Water seeping into the pants, completely ruining the fabric.
Eh?
As I leaned close, I spotted a folded piece of paper sticking out of his back pocket. Though it was soaked, it wasn't completely destroyed.
Damn.
I really don't want to touch him, but with my thumb and index finger, I snatched the paper out of his pocket, taking care not to brush my hand against his body. I gingerly folded the paper away that some of the wetter spots could fall apart immediately. I found a message written inside. That's some very ugly handwriting. Do you recognize it?
No.
Although the text is unreadable, whoever wrote this probably used a low-quality pen. Although, at the bottom of the pen, fragments of a message were still visible. Secret, 8:15 in the morning, boiler room, close the door. Doesn't this read a lot like a command? Seems like someone wanted to arrange a private meeting with him here. Honestly, I think that kind of slightly proves Grace's innocence, because if Grace wanted to meet with Wolfgang, she could have said in the same room. There's also, yeah, like you could have just said it in the same room, or just sort of talk about it at night. Yeah.
I see.
Could that someone be the culprit?
Not sure.
8:15. That's a long time before the time of death, though. Maybe there was a struggle, or maybe Wolfgang arrived late.
There must
Either
be
way,
something.
this message is definitely a viable clue. It's our only insight to Wolfgang's movements before his death.
Well,
Now I really want to know where everyone was at the time. Kai and I were sleeping together. I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I was asleep when this meeting was supposed to happen. It's only 35 minutes before the tournament. It's 8:15? No, what? It's only 35 minutes. It's only 20 minutes. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's because that was 35 past 9. Yeah. Cassidy, Jet, Mark, and I would have already been in the dining hall. Right, setting up the equipment.
That's...
As for the other students, directly asking them where they were at 8:15 might be risky.
where?
Because they would wonder where we got the time from. Exactly. And I'd prefer to keep the note between us two. At least for now. Okay. Anyway, this is think about a secret. What do you think that means?
Gah.
Well, I'm not really sure. Could be referring to anything. Well, here's the thing, right? Because Grace Eloise had Grace's blackmail. Apparently, Jet, Mark, Cassidy, and Eva have an alibi. Kai and I, well, I have an alibi. Don't know if Kai could have done it. Still, Desmond with a gun. Jean, Toshiko, Diana, Eloise, I guess. Anything, huh? You know what it means?
I know.
I have an idea. The author of this letter might be talking about Wolfgang's blackmail.
Huh.
If they claim to have it, they could have baited him here without much issue. After all, Wolfgang asked us to meet with the person whose blackmail we had.
Strange.
A derelict boiler room is a pretty ominous place to meet someone, though. It would have been Wolfgang's first time here. Well, assuming he didn't explore this floor beforehand. Yeah, that's the assumption, though.
What could it be?
Either he didn't see the super obvious danger in meeting here alone, or he did realize and just didn't care. Or he trusted someone that much. Right, does that change anything about what I said? Well, if Wolfgang knew the warning signs, his reason for coming might be less to do with integrity.
You see?
And more to do with desperation.
Huh?
Desperation? To know the details of his blackmail.
I see.
Would stand to reason. If only Wolfgang had hidden this note somewhere safe instead of bringing it here, it would have been viable evidence. I doubt he could have envisioned something like this happening. He was never really on his guard during the killing game, except around you or me, I guess. Well, I mean, think of it this way, Eva. You know, one loser down, 13 more to go. We got this. There didn't seem to be any strange markings on Wolfgang's face. However, along the backs of his neck, was a massive bruise. So could the explosion have pushed him down? It looks like a really bad injury. Almost his entire neck is discolored.
Damn.
Right. How did he get this on the back of his neck? Nothing around us seems to have left it. This might sound morbid, but what if it's a sign his body of decomposing?
That's...
Can a body really decompose this fast? I don't think so. It could, or it could not. It probably depends on the environment. As in the temperature?
Correct.
Correct. Cold places are generally better at preserving things than warm, humid areas like this boiler room.
Kind
of like dairy products. That's a good... Noted. Where dairy products. A tone-deaf one, but sure. Wolfgang didn't have any this bruise yesterday, at the very least. If he did, it would have been super noticeable.
Fair.
True. Turning my attention back to Wolfgang, I caught something else on his body. Near the mark on his neck, but not directly overlapping it. So he was knocked out with a red dot. Is this a beauty mark? No. Doesn't look like it. Skin around the dot, it seems inflamed. It reminds me of a popped pimple. Yeah, someone with a needle. This sort of syringe, that's the word. Yeah, this sort of wound is easily inflicted on yourself.
So...
Then, don't you think this is related to the murder? It might not be, but
there must
judging
be
by the lack
something.
of scabbing, it was inflicted pretty recently, so we may as well keep it in mind. Okay, seems to be everything I could gather.
Hello.
Hey, Damon. Since we've inspected the boiler room, we should find the students who left and ask them about the testimonies.
Right.
They went upstairs to investigate Wolfgang's dorm, right? Yes, because of what I said earlier. The victim's last known whereabouts is the best place to search for clues.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what we've been up to. Apart from collecting testimonies, there were other matters on my mind, like talking to Damon. Desmond, yeah. Getting Desmond to check the taser gun, and pinpointing exactly when the blackout occurred. In that case, in case that happened at the time of the murder. I walked up the boiler room door, which had been left slightly ajar, and as I began to pull it the rest of the ways open, I noticed it. The doorknob. Something about it. Looked different. Hey, Eva. The doorknob. I think it's been flipped. Flipped? Are you sure? Take a look for yourself. The first time we woke up here, pretty sure this lock was on the inside, not the outside.
Is that really true?
How would someone be able to flip a doorknob, though?
That's...
By unscrewing it, probably. Okay. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Huh?
What do you mean? This is the first time I noticed it.
Is that really true?
You didn't notice it back when you entered the boiler room with Kai? No, not even then. Might have been because of the darkness or my own nerves. But back then, I wasn't paying attention to the small details like this, a doorknob. All I wanted to do was enter the boiler room.
Anyways.
I know it makes me sound stupid.
Listen to me.
It's okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't have noticed the doorknob had I been there, but that's beside the point. No, I probably would have noticed. Okay, then. Damn, you wanna brag about it? Okay. All right. Anyway, this discovery paints the interesting picture. Since the lock was now accessible from the hallway, you could technically lock the boiler room shut without ever stepping foot in it. Meaning that if you wanted to lock someone inside the boiler room, all you had to do is lower them there and close it behind them. If it was Mark, he could have drowned out the screams with the music. So, ooh. Boiler room doorknob.
Moving on.
Come on, we need to collect people's testimonies before the investigation ends. Right, let's go. Okay then. Okay. Yeah, sure. Hello? Oh, it came up invisible. Okay, then, so that must be a glitch. A million questions rattled in my mind. I followed you out the ballroom. Ooh, and victim number 1 for a testimony gathering. Actually, Eva, before we go upstairs, it's probably worth checking out the storage closets first. Why?
I know.
Found something in the boiler room that might be related to them. Judging by the length, it's an extension cord. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? And there was no internal plug, just a frayed lip lined with a black substance. Had the internal end been severed off, and the burn cord after? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room either earlier, so it probably came from someplace else. One of the storage rooms, maybe. That extension cord, we just should confirm it did indeed come from the storage closet. Okay.
However,
But first, I want to talk to Cassidy.
Come again?
Want to talk to her? Yes, I want to talk to her. Is that bad? She wasn't much help last investigation.
well,
Any help is better than no help.
Fair.
Yeah. Alright. I'll talk to Cassidy first, then I'll investigate the storage closets. Fair enough. Okay. Hi, Cassidy. Cassidy was pacing around the hallway, with a finger on the chin, seemingly doing nothing.
Yo!
Oh, hey guys. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. I was performing a super sweep down of this here hallway. That's a lot of words for wandering around aimlessly.
Listen to me.
Can you put your sweep down on hold? I have a really important question.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Just don't drag it down too long, okay? Gotta finish my sweep down before time's up.
You see?
Do you remember who attended the tournament? The game tournament? Everyone who's slated to join kept their words. We have a full house.
What about...
There were 8 people in total, yep. Jet, Mark, Grace, Jean, Kai, and 3 of us. Something on your mind? Well, since the murder happened in the boiler room,
Well,
wouldn't that mean everyone in the dining hall has an alibi? Nope. No, it wouldn't. Ooh, that's a good point.
Ooh.
I didn't even think of that. She's totally right. Also, since we played into pairs while investigating those rooms down the hallway, every pairing can vouch for each other.
Right.
We all split up. What were the groups again? Kai and Damon, Eva and Grace, Cassidy and Jet, Mark and John.
Yep.
Jet and I explored Closet B.
Eh?
Closet B?
Check it out.
That's what we called it on the map. She doesn't mean the map of the Tozu trinket, right? These ones have names. Activate the trinket, and sure enough. Okay. I thought it was the other way around. I thought they checked A, John and Mark checked C, Eva and Grace checked B, and myself and Kai chose D. There was also storage closet A, C, and okay. Those are definitely rooms we explored.
I see.
Okay. In that case, Kai and I must have explored C. I remember it clearly. The two of us just checked the closet above the opposite one custody search. According to the map, the only closet to fit those perimeters is closet C.
Correct.
Grace and I invested the closet closest to Damon, so must have been A.
Yeah.
Just leave Mark in control with D. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So... Oh wait, no, there's the hallway. So... Yeah, so based on the hallway, Jet and Cassidy, I thought, went into D, John and Mark into B, myself and Kai into A. And yeah. Okay, you know, Damo, since you're here,
Question.
what's the deal with you in the boiler room? Huh? When Kai told us party peeps about Wolfie, he said you two went inside the boiler room.
How?
The heck did you do that for? You were supposed to check out the storage closets.
No.
You're not casting suspicion on me, are you? Let me know it. As far as Cass is concerned, everyone is innocent until proven otherwise. I don't know. The way that me and Eva's been treated, fair enough. I would say that's not true. But then again, you have been kind to us, so. I investigated the storage closet with Kai. We just didn't find anything inside. Although we did hear someone run down the hallway.
Am I
for real?
hearing you?
And if you didn't leave your pairs, all 8 of us have an alibi. But if you did, then, then we don't have an alibi. So what's the plan now? To just go back outside. Let's check on how the other people are doing in their doors. Cool. Suddenly I had footsteps.
Doubt it.
Wait, I don't remember any footsteps.
It's the
I do.
truth. Really?
Eva, do you really? I heard them while Grace and I were investigating the storage room next to yours.
However,
I brushed it off as my imagination, though.
F.
I guess me and Jem must have been talking over them. Damn, what are you two talking about, eh? Were those footsteps the reason you entered the boiler room, though, Damo? It's Damon, and yeah. To be fair, at least you should stop calling this bargain bin. They came from the direction of that room, so they came from that direction. So I want to see what the person was running from. If it's based on, well, I say if it's based on, if it's like Danganronpa, then it needs 3 people to start a body discovery announcement. Then Kai and I are 3 and 2 respectively. Meaning someone else is number 1. But there was no screaming or anything, so.
For real?
Ooh, really? I would have just chased after the footsteps. I mean, entering the boiler room after something like that, we were scared of the murderer was hiding inside. What was actually discovered wasn't much better. True. Then whose footsteps could it have been? I mean, I don't know. I still, Desmond, I guess, is. If it's inside the group of 8, Mark. If it's outside the group of 8, Desmond. That's what I'm leaning at currently. Yeah. I don't know why anyone would be wanting to run around those spooky hallways, let alone in the dark.
What about...
Unless maybe they were also looking for a backup generator.
That's not
I doubt
important.
it. I doubt it's that innocent. Considering this place considering the place this person was running away was a crime scene, those footsteps were probably the killers. You mean fresh from committing the murder?
Right.
Fresh off the murder, or a bit after. Depends on what time they went downstairs. Either way, whether it was immediately after the murder or not. For a brief moment, the only thing separating us and Wolfgang's killer was a storage room wall. That's a creepy thing too. Okay. Thus, a bit of a mystery. The mystery slowly unravels. Okay, fair enough. I'm just having a
This is
stroke.
almost frightening.
No need to thank me. 'Tis all in a day's work. She didn't even do anything. Is that a Sailor Moon thing? Cool. Storage room time. That looks weirdly empty. Okay, the storage closet A. Yeah. Take a look around. As I begin to inspect the shelves, glint of something shiny caught my eye. Yeah, give a look. A rolling pin is here, and a handprint is on it.
Strange.
What are you implying? Someone used this recently, and not for the intended purpose.
I know.
Look, can you see how the handprint is on the base of the pin? You aren't rolling much dough if you're wielding this thing like a tennis racket, are you? The pin is so easily the pin is also really dusty. If it came from the kitchen, it would have been pretty clean, like the other utensils there. Yeah, I agreed. Not only that,
Jeez.
there's a dent on the pin too. Really? On the end opposite of the handprint, can you see it?
Weird.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. So that was used to knock them out, walking out. Handprints of the dent, definitely no coincidence.
Focus.
Could this pin have something to do with the mark we found on Wolfgang's neck? if it was used to knock him out, it would not only explain the dent in the pin, but the bruise on Wolfgang's neck. How did it make its way into the closet, though?
Huh?
What do you mean? How did the pin make its way into the closet after the killer used it?
There must be something.
I mean, if the footsteps Kai and I heard weren't the killers, they probably chucked the pin in here on the way out. On their way out. Yeah. Because, like, if they knocked out Wolfgang, then left, you know, and they would have plenty of time before the blackout move the pin, so...
Absolutely not.
No, that's not what happened.
Huh?
If the killer entered the closet and hid the rolling pin,
Listen to
Grace
me.
and I would have seen them. That's... no. Crap, of course. Grace, Machine Grace were investigating the closet at the time. What if the killer placed the pin before any of us came downstairs?
Save it.
If they were out in the hallway, why didn't they use that to their chance of escape? Sure about that too. Could the rolling pin really be unrelated? But it lines up so well with other evidence.
Moving
Okay.
on.
I don't think there's anything else to this room. Let's keep investigating. One moment she's speaking nonsense. This is totally... The next... What? Okay. I don't think I understand this girl. I mean, she could be the killer, to be fair. Are we checking other rooms as well, though? Like other storage rooms? That's the one I just came out of.
Interesting.
B. Yep.
Right.
Closest, yeah. Cassie J explored. You
Look,
see that? See what? Box in the corner up there. Confused, she was pointing. This is... I think I know what it is. A generator, right? The one you're referring to during the blackout.
correct.
Yeah, exactly. Since I've explored this room before, I knew one of them had a backup generator.
That's...
If this closet has a backup generator, wouldn't that mean the ones who restored the power,
Thinking.
well, Cassie and Jeb were
thinking.
the only people who entered this room, then the only people who brought the power back? Damn, I'm surprised those two actually knew how to navigate a generator. I mean, they set up a whole gaming thing, so... Okay. That seems to be all there is to this closet as well. Fair enough. What else do we have? The other two, I guess. A, B, D would be mine. Okay. Yep. It was hard to get a good look at the contents in the dark, but seeing it now,
I
doesn't
see.
give me anything important here. I think we can move on. Okay. Of course, we just happened to get the useless one. And then, yeah, this should be... Yep. I don't see anything of use either.
Look,
This is storage D. Yeah, Mark and
Yeah.
John explore this one. Let's see what I can find here. I'm just trying to think, because they compared to the rolling pin as used as a tennis racket, but what if they used it as a golf club? Not necessarily used as a golf club, but, you know. Is there anything weird about this room? I think I see something behind this pile of boxes. I stood on my tiptoes to get a better look, and...
Jeez.
So, so they really are here.
well,
What's here? Extension cords, a whole bunch of them.
strange.
Okay.
Yeah, these are definitely the same type of cord I saw in the boiler room. Only difference is, we still have the other half intact. The internal plugs are pretty slim compared to the other kinds of cords. The fact that these cords match the one in the boiler room means the killer must have rummaged through these closets for the equipment. For what reason they needed the cord, I have no idea. But this is still a step in the right direction. Cool. Besides the box of cords, nothing else in this room is standing out to me.
So...
Cool. We do move on.
Yeah.
You look through all the closets now.
So...
Do we find anything else you needed? Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. Rolling pin, stack of cords. There's no doubt there's relevance to this case. At least based on what I've investigated so far. Eva,
Anyway.
go upstairs and collect some testimonies.
Where?
Finally! Okay. Who are we gonna run into first? That is the question. That's the wrong direction. Okay. Heading upstairs would be a bad idea. This thing's another way I still need to investigate. Do I need to talk to... Okay. So we wanted testimonies. Alright, Cassidy. Talk to you. Even Chris... Okay, yes.
Yep.
Cool. Nothing of value. You. Are you the reason I'm not able to go upstairs? Boo.
Interesting.
Wow, that was easy.
The hell?
Why'd you do that? To see if you were nervous. Of course I'm nervous.
Seriously?
You were nervous earlier.
No.
Earlier, yeah, but not anymore.
Moving on.
Anyway, you shouldn't be so nervous. If you're too nervous, you won't be able to think straight. So you should calm down. Easier said than done.
Well,
Well, we've already investigated the really good stuff, right? So you don't need to think about stuff for now. Just focus on collecting people's testimonies.
listen to me.
I can keep reminding you if you want. I'll be fine. Okay. Is there anything else to investigate if it's not the rooms? Caution? I don't know. Why? What? Okay. Do I have to go back? Am I going back into the... Never mind. There's dry blood on the floor. For some reason, it seems like it seemed to be to pool right around this particular spot. Dry blood, like the boiler room. There's the blood in there.
Correct.
I noticed you noticing it. I see.
Gee.
So,
What do you think? Who do you think left all this blood behind? Since we have not seen any injury on Wolfgang, the killer. Well, it can't be Wolfgang, can it? Considering the sort of injuries he's sustained, it wouldn't make sense for him to have haven't spilt a lot of blood.
There
Which means the
must
only
be
possibility
something.
we were left with is the killer.
What could
Blood
it
belongs to
be?
someone else. Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Hmm.
If I didn't notice the blood here, would you have pointed it out to me? I would have pointed it out to you if the roles were reversed. That way, you'd know not to step in it. Sure,
Right.
I pointed out to you.
thanks.
I don't believe she would. I don't think. Well, maybe actually. She trusts us a little bit. Is that all I needed? Can I go now? It is. Hooray. Okay, time to talk to people, I guess. Socialize. As Eva and I emerge from the basement on the lookout of anything that could aid us in our investigation. Okay, the one who threatened us. Right in front of us, a flustered Eloise was huddled on with her back against the wall. Standing next to her.
Yeah.
Sup guys. Why don't we all lower your voice around here? Some stuff has happened.
What could it
Is something
be?
wrong?
Um,
Yeah. Sorry, Eloise had a bit of a frightening experience recently with Grace.
You think?
I think we all have.
No.
Well, yeah,
kidding.
the scene downstairs is bad, but I'm talking about something else. After two of us left, we tried to get inside Wolf's room and look around for clues, but the moment we stepped in, she suddenly pounced on me. She dragged me out, and Desmond ran after us. I haven't been able to get my heart to stop beating so quickly since. Hold on. The she referring to is... Yep,
Shit.
it's Grace. She's been guarding Wolfgang's dorm ever since she kicked us out. Grace was blocking the access to Wolfgang's dorm. What the hell?
Hmm?
We can't let us bar us from entering his room. The last trial could start at any moment. That's why I tried telling everyone else, but pretty much gave up. Jet and Mark went to the dining hall, Diana went to the laundry room, Toshiko and Ingrid went to the courtyard. Eloise and I, though, we are not going to let it slide. We got to get inside the room, so we've been brainstorming ways to approach Grace.
Think
And we
about it
blinded
this
them
way.
Performing a brief inquisition. If Grace doesn't want to cooperate, we'll start badgering her with questions. We'll get her ego until she eventually retreats.
Safety first.
If you want, you can join us. A debater must be good at dishing out verbal beatdowns, yeah? I did come here to inspect Wolfgang's dorm, so I might as well. If that's the case,
I'm out.
I'll go to the dining hall and ask Jet and Mark for their testimonies. The ones that are supposedly with us.
Eh?
You're not coming along?
Boy.
Grace isn't someone I'd like to be around right now. Yeah, you three can handle her. So, hold on. Eloise threatened us for just getting medication, but won't stand up to Grace, who is actively hurting them. Okay.
Right.
No sweat, have fun with Jet and Mark.
Goodbye.
Eva left in the direction of the laundromat, clearly having the long route, taking the long route to the dining hall. Should we approach Grace then?
Totally.
Yeah, let's not waste any time.
Okay.
Right, okay. Do you want to take the lead, Damon? Oh, sure. I wasn't going to admit it either. To either of their faces, but their plan seemed half-baked. Not because I was going to face off with Grace, but because she was too. How could a bumbling person like her have any help in a verbal smackdown? Or a showdown? If anything, she'll probably make us look uncoordinated. Guess I'll have to do most of the heavy lifting here. Since Grace was guarding Wolfgang's dorm, she should be... she should be right around the corner. Okay. Let's crack some knuckles. Yeah, I see you on guard. Yeah. Don't you two yuppies get it? You aren't coming in.
Don't get
Hang
it
on,
mixed up.
we're not here for that. Damon just wants to ask you a question.
Back
He isn't
off.
coming in either. Why not?
Jeez.
I need to investigate Wolfgang's dorm room. Back off, Soybean. His room is none of your business. Except it is. I have to search his last known whereabouts, which includes his dorm room by default.
See that?
And what if I said I've done the job for you? As
Come
in, you
again.
searched the room? High and low. Want to know what I found? Nothing. For us to believe that, we need to see it ourselves.
Oi!
You think I'm lying?
Just
There's a chance you
saying.
could be, unfortunately.
Eh?
Huh? Think about it. You haven't given us any reason to believe you. Someone who's got nothing to hide wouldn't be acting so protective right now, you know? It gives us the impression there's something you really don't want us to see.
Anyway.
Also, couldn't this be considered breaking the rules? Who wants the game to be fair, but preventing from searching every room doesn't seem very fair.
Don't test
Even
me.
if it isn't, what are you going to do? I'll report it to Tozu. Huh?
You.
Makes
Nice idea.
sense.
What do you say we look for him now? If Tozu agrees this is sabotaging, he might call Mara for help. It's not sabotaging. It kinda is, though. I'm not hiding anything about the murder. Don't try and get me involved. Desmond never mentioned Wolfgang's murder. Look, just let us into the room. If you're telling the truth, we'll drop the suspicion.
Gotta stay one step
The reality
ahead.
of the situation is, we've got to invade Wolfgang's privacy if we want to know what happened to him. He would want to investigate our dorms if it were anyone else who died. Grace stood there silently, gritting her teeth. Then she stepped away from the door.
Okay.
Okay, surprisingly that worked. Thanks, Grace. With a sigh of relief, we entered Wolfgang's dorm. Okay, then. How messy is it going to be, based on what Ulysses said? Huh. Why does he have a better sofa than Okeden? This is a Wolfgang dorm. Well, some of my expectations were correct. A lot of the room still surprised me. I anticipated that I was resembling my dorm room and the decor reflecting his talent. What I didn't anticipate was how messy it was. And, well, maybe not messy, just really casual. A room that clearly had been well lived in.
Oi,
Don't
you.
move things around without when you expect them. I want to keep the room as is. Why? To be honest, I'm not sure why I was even surprised. Okay, why are you so aggressive? We're not here for that. Okay, hey.
Hi.
Normally she'd be meeting my eyes.
Quit it.
I know you suspect me, I can tell by the look on your face. I mean, 50-50. You are doing suspicious activities, but there are things that don't make sense if you are the killer. But I don't know anything about his death. To be in the dark like everyone else about a person she was so close to. Damn it, get a grip on yourself, Damon. Grace can claim to know nothing about the murder. But what about everything before that?
Anyway.
So I've heard a rumor you became Wolfgang's new bunk buddy. This room seems to confirm that. How was he this morning? Grumpy? Happy? Sick? Huh?
Eh?
We were planning to go to the game tournament. Wasn't he... That's not what he said when it was announced. But he woke up with an ache in the stomach. He woke up sick? If you're telling me the truth, then Wolfgang planned to attend the tournament. Why didn't he
That's
say
not
the
it.
opposite yesterday? Yeah. A little hesitant about attending. I'm not sure if I'll have the time for it. Because he already had the thing at the time, right? From what I remember, he said he was too busy to attend the tournament. Yeah, more like he wanted another round at the pachinko machine.
Watch and learn.
I would know I interrogated him after breakfast.
No.
What, seriously what he meant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I told him, hey no, let's do the tournament. He was a bit finicky at first, typical for Halloween, but he eventually caved. Wolfgang was a pachinko player. I'm not sure I can believe it. I mean, okay. Then again, some of the paraphernalia in this room looked neither golf nor law related.
Okay.
Alright. So based on what you're saying, Wolfgang agreed to attend the tournament yesterday. However, come to this morning, Wolfgang remembered the pirate was attending. He suggested I track that guy down as the pirate with him instead.
Right.
Because you need to bring a partner to the tournament. Why did you want to attend? Wolfgang, he knew I was miffed about it. He smiled, his smile said as much. But I walked out the door anyway. Wolfgang said he was too
Dumbass.
sick to get out of bed, so I walked away. You were sleeping on the settee, correct? If Wolfgang really was bedridden, how did he wind up in the boiler room? Either he didn't come down of his own volition, or he was never sick to begin with. By looks on her face, you can tell Grace realized the same. With all that said, it wasn't like Wolfgang to hide anything. For a guy who's so gung-ho about honesty, you'd think he would confide in the person he's closest to. Yeah, but that's physically closest to. He didn't trust anyone. The letter I find inside his blazer pocket have something to do with it. Okay. Yep. Cool. Again, though, that just kind of proves that Grace is innocent. Well, not necessarily proves, but hints at Grace being innocent. Only for a few words were legible. Yeah. Mentioned secret. Did the rest of the note elaborate on it? Or was the word alone enough to scare Wolfgang? Maybe. He wanted to shield Grace from information he couldn't handle. Or maybe he simply didn't want her to know. Whatever the reason, Wolfgang here deliberately hid information from someone. Ironic, huh? Cool. I think with that, I will finish the investigation off next time. Hopefully I can see you there. With that, goodbye.